Hi, what's going on? And welcome to the first episode of Jay.D. Now, I really like the name, even though it sounds absolutely weird, but bear with me. This is the first time I actually thought of a name and spit it out and was thinking yeah, you know what? I think I actually like this one. The reason I'm calling it Jay.D. is because, well, for my personality type, if you've ever taken a myers-beiggs personality test, I'm an ENTP. So that usually gets thrown in the bin with someone who has A.D.D. because they can't stay focused on one thing for too long. And that's been my whole entire life up until now. And, they try to, at least in this world that we live in, they try to say that's a bad thing. You can't just not entirely focus on one thing. You need to, be able to stay focused and straightforward on this one thing. But I don't like that. And, say I have A.D.D. or not, I really don't care. You can put me on pills, nothing. I'm just not going to do it, man. I think personally, it's cool to have a brain that's willing to want to go everywhere, want to see everything, and they get bored like, oh, well, that was nice. You never get hung up on one thing. You're always looking for the next thing, and they try to make that a weakness, but I think they're full of crap. So that's why I'm calling it Jay.D. in honor of that. So, I'm wearing my my mantle proudly because I can't stay committed to anything for more than a week, really. How I'm going to do a whole entire podcast is almost even beyond me. But you know what? One of my strengths is I love talking. I could talk for days, hours, just talk, months. Just go months talking. And I also love talking to people. So it only kind of seemed right to actually do a podcast. It only seemed right. I've done 2 podcasts before, and I rather enjoyed both of them. They were a bit too niche for me. That's the thing. I can do things broadly. I can't do things nichely. And it's hard to do things broad because now you got to be really good. Now you have to, there's no almost direct audience for where you're taking your content. And I almost really don't care. I'll figure it out. I like marketing. I like being on social media. I like going inbox to inbox like, hey, check me out. So I think it's actually going to be fine doing it like this and then just, having different guests on. It's because I really want it to be fun. My brain feels like it's stuck in this rut, oh God, or it's just the same thing every day. But if I mix it up and have just crazy guests that, of things I care about and want to know more about and just get them on a podcast so I can talk to them and get to share that with you guys, how is that not a win-win scenario for me? I can't see that not being a win-win scenario. That's a win-win. You should, especially in this day and age in the 21st century, you should be turning all your stuff into content. You should be, if you have a pretty cool life, there's some people on Instagram that I notice, wow, you do a lot. There's this one guy, he goes to a whole bunch of conventions, and it's amazing seeing all the pictures that he takes. It's I wonder, does he vlog? He should really vlog. He goes to a lot of conventions, but he takes a lot of pictures. So good enough, but he should really be like a vlogger. I don't know if he has a personality for it or not, but it's definitely something. If I was going to that many conventions, I'm spending all that money, best believe I'm vlogging the whole experience. It's no, not an inch of this shall be spared. You know what I'm saying? It's something like that. I can't. So, since I'm going to go and message all these people anyway, I might as well try to get them on a show and see what they think about certain things. Game designers, developers, people who are in movies, actors. I could finally get a lot of my questions asked in an hour instead of meeting these people on the streets and excuse me, can I have an hour of your time in the middle of this busy street? What? Yeah, let's just not do that. And it's not like I've done that before, but whenever you go to, at least when I go to conventions, a lot of my favorite voice actors are there who I didn't know existed because I only cared about their character. So I saw oh, he did this voice. Now I got to go ask him questions. I've asked people, how do you get into voice acting, acting and stuff like that. Cause I really want to get into acting. It's one thing I need to do before I drop dead. Got to put that on the bucket list. And, he was giving me a lot of pointers on that, but I just wish we could talk more and go more in depth. And, the stuff that he did share, I think it's better to hear come from his mouth and him tell other people that's a thing to do, Plus, I can also use this just to talk my crap here because, why not? I talk a lot anyway. I just did a whole video before doing this podcast. That's how much I love talking. That video is almost, I think it's 20 minutes long about me talking about is life a simulation? And then coming right here to do this because I was just I have a lot of interest. I peeped that I can't niche. I've tried to be niche, and niche just doesn't work. And if I keep doing that, what's going to eventually happen is I'm going to, give up on every little niche that I start, and it's going to feel like a circle. But if I stick true to myself, true to me 100%, and then go much more broad than I should be okay. I should be able to constantly keep putting out content because every little thing that I do will forever be interesting and entertaining. So that's my plan, and I'm going to stick to it. That's why I'm making this episode 000, so we can go ahead and, get off on the right foot. Plus, that means I'll have an abundance of guests. Like, who can't I just throw on here and learn something new? Plus, I'm learning all the time. I love hearing knowledge. It's awesome. And I get to learn a bunch of new stuff. Like, this is probably the best idea I've had since making grilled cheese this morning, which was so good, by the way. But totally off track besides the point. Thanks for listening. I hope you want to stick around for more episodes of Jay.D.D, and I will catch you later.